That's it.
Hey, Thompson.
Hi, Gabby.
This is all on you. You get to figure.
I have to lead this?
Oh yeah.
I don't know the format of your show.
There is no format. There's no show.
I thought it was a show.
Oh, it's super not a show.
I feel like, but you might not call it a show, but this is a show.
I mean, the thing I did last night was a show. It's called Tipsy Talk, where I get mildly tipsy and then I talk about a food-related thing. But that's different.
Gabby was I was a sous chef. What did you head chef? What is it called? The chef du jour. No.
I was the
That's not what
chef,
it's called.
and this was, I guess, technically my sous chef. I taught him how to make a kind of your basic beefy red sauce pasta thing.
It's fucking delicious. I thought I kind of was like, I just didn't want it to be spaghetti.
Yep.
I was like, I feel like I know how to make like spaghetti. I don't. But I understand the concept of boiling noodles, putting in red sauce and meat. But the thing is, I texted her, and I was like, hey, do you want to cook? And then she texted me this whole fucking thing that was like, I have so many questions. When, where, why, what? And I was like, why? I was like, you said, and I was like, because you said you would teach me how to cook. And she's like, oh, okay. And so I was like, yeah, but she was like, okay, just get these three. I felt kind of, I didn't really know what to cook because I didn't know where to begin. And she was like, oh, well, okay. She was like, well, pasta's easy. I'm like, pasta sounds great.
Pasta's great.
She's like, just get beef, ragu, and noodles. And I was like, well, that's all the ingredients. I was like, what? I really didn't know until I got here what the fuck it was gonna be. But then I was like kind of relieved. And she was like, well, I'll get the rest of the stuff. And I was like,
oh, I didn't have to
stuff.
get anything. I had it at home. I didn't have to do anything. It was great.
See, I think that Gabby's kitchen was like this magical perfect wonderland.
Because it is.
Like I've never seen Ratatouille, but I feel like there's a lot of wonderful kitchens in the movie Ratatouille, and that's how I envision Gabby's kitchen.
Oh, that's the point.
Yeah, it's
that's
like
how I want
it's
it
like
to feel.
there are
It's the highest
spaces
compliment.
separate from reality. You know, like airports and
Liminal spaces. 7-Elevens.
That is what they're called. Liminal.
Yeah, liminal spaces.
They're called liminal spaces.
They are outside of time.
They are. It's like, okay, like have you ever, when you were like at a friend's house, either when you woke up before everybody else in the house did, or you were awake after everybody else went to bed, that it becomes a liminal space. You're not supposed to hang out there, but it exists because it's transitory.
Or like or regional places that aren't Denny's but are like a Denny's.
Oh, that's fucking weird. Or like an elevator, straight up like the most common one, just like an elevator. Like an elevator. Have you ever noticed how elevators in like in a shittier, do we cuss on this?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to cuss a whole lot, I just said shitty. In a shittier building, like what I live in, like the elevators are bad and objective, but in the buildings downtown, those elevators,
they're so smooth.
They go up. Now that one of two things. One, that makes me believe that elevators can always be made better. They're just made shittier for shitty buildings.
Yeah.
Number two.
Like stairs.
It's like how stairs like what?
Like, sometimes you have like nice stairs that don't make any noise when you go up them, and sometimes you have like bad
really
stairs.
creaky. Yeah, really bad. My dad got mad at me one time here in the city. We were staying at this Airbnb, and he was like, "Don't make noise going down the stairs." And I was like, "Dad," and I'm like, I try to step quietly. It was like bam, 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 and then he starts like, "Oh, I guess you can't fucking help it." And I'm like, "No," because he gets to Chicago, and all the pipes, all the faucets are leaky, and like I just kind of put up with I'm just like, this is the way it is out here. Like it's kill or be killed out here.
A little bit. I mean, once you live through one of those winters, there's no going back.
Winter in Chicago sucks.
Yes.
There's like 2 months of summer.
We had like 3 solid months this year.
I don't know if I agree with that. Like 3?
I think we had at the very least 2.5.
I'll concede to 2.5.
But anyway, we made pasta, and it was really good, and I got to show off how smart my beautiful, wonderful, illustrious roommate is at tasting food.
They have like all these colloquial terms for
Yeah.
cooking.
Yeah.
They were like, it's too bright, it's too sharp, and I'm like, what the fuck does that? That's not concrete. That's not science. That's just some words that you're making up. But like, I mean, like, but the problem is with like, even though I'm saying that, in the end, it fucking made sense,
Yeah.
and I don't like it. Fucked me up because like it didn't. It made me mad because that's not like a formula I can follow. Like
Yeah.
I'm not a formulaic individual, but I'm becoming one more and more. And it's like I need a blueprint to follow.
Yeah.
I need one. So like, when we use vague terms, just like, okay, well, how does it taste? Is it bold? Is it deep? And I'm like, deep. And I'm just like, yes, deep. And I'm like, okay, all right. Well, I can offer up what I think.
Yeah,
my
but you did
definition
a
of
very
deep
good
is.
job.
But like, there was no way I could have known that your definition of deep
Yeah.
and my definition of deep translated
Here's the
to anything
thing.
that was similar.
Here's the thing about cooking. It's maybe my favorite thing, and I think it's also why I love poetry so much. It's completely subjective. Because I could make that same exact pasta for someone and they'd hate it.
Who would hate this?
There are people who think I
Demons. That's who hate this. Charlatans.
appreciate it. But
Philistines.
the thing is, cooking is subjective. There's no one way to describe food. That's why you have so many people writing about food.
But doesn't it like where? Well, same thing's true in the acting
Well,
world.
yeah, no, think about acting. The
So many
bullshit we
hats.
say.
Well, there is so much bullshit.
Like, we talk about deepening a scene, or we talk about intimacy, or we talk about how to make something feel stronger or
And that's not
bolder.
tangible.
Yeah, it's cooking.
I mean, in a lot of ways, it's not tangible.
It's like cooking. You know, you can do the same exact show every single night. It's never going to be exactly the same. I have never made a dish that tastes exactly the same every single time I make it.
Does
Never.
that bother you though?
No, I love it. Because it's always a chance to make it better. It's always a chance to see how my palate has changed. It's always a chance to
That's another thing.
impress someone or impress
is it?
myself.
But what is a palate? Like, okay, here, a palate. I'm just asking.
No.
A palate is like your taste.
Yeah.
buds?
It's like so you know how some people really loved Brechtian theater,
Yes.
and you know some people really love Shakespeare, and some people only like Oscar Wilde or only like I'm trying to think Tyler Perry shows, or some
Okay.
people only like shows that are like A Raisin in the Sun or M Butterfly, or you know that's what a palate is, just your taste. Some people only like drama or comedy, or they love both, or they only love musicals.
Would you say that you specialize in like Italian cuisine, or is there like another?
I personally specialize in comfort food.
See that's a good answer. That's
Because
a great
the
answer.
food that I feel like I have a very specific philosophy about food, and I've figured it out the more I've talked to myself about it. The reason I love food is the same reason I love poetry, is the same reason why I love theater. It's because it's a different way to tell a story. Every culture has a dumpling. Every culture has a bread. Every culture, you know, has these weird little intersections that there's no way they could have known about. And it's a way without having to use any words to communicate with someone. You know, I get to, in one bowl of food, I get to show you that I love cooking comforting food. I like cooking food with a little bit of heat. I like, you know, something that has deep flavor, something that feels like it's taken a long time. For me personally, like,
We did. Oh, I remember talking to you.
Yeah.
Stuff. I will say. I think for me, it's like. Well, I will say, coming out here, and you're about to find out how much of a pathetic adult I am.
he's doing great.
Straight up, just between you and me, you two.
Oh, I can.
Between you and me, you two, I was straight up eating just like sandwiches every day. But like not even good sandwiches, like turkey, deli turkey, and then 2 pieces of bread. That's what I ate. You know why? Because I'm an animal. But like for me, that's just survival. So like when I was like home, or like when I come here, thing is like that, the kitchen, the smell of like something that Gabby said earlier was like onions. You just start sauteing onions and garlic, and everyone will just be impressed. And I was like, that makes a lot of sense because I feel like that's pretty impressive. And I was like that, but like that initial aroma, that feels like the kitchen. And one thing I do admire is like is that I think we all can relate to the feeling of how good a kitchen feels. Like even in like I work at like this bar, and even that kitchen back there, all amidst all the like the industrial steel and deep fryers, there's still a sense of like a kitchen, an intimacy, and I will say that is really what I think centers people because.
Well, I mean, if you think about college parties or even high school parties, congregating in a kitchen, grabbing a drink, talking to someone about how they're doing or how classes are, how much they ate, you know, insert thing. Like, there's something about a kitchen that, you know, I think brings people together, even if you aren't food-minded.
I will say, though, I think drinking culture, food culture out there are different.
Oh, completely.
Well, by far. Have you met, oh my god, the bar industry? I've said this a lot in my life, I'll say this again.
Yeah.
Are insane. They're fucking crazy. They're all fucking crazy. No, they're straight up. There are people that get up at 4 a.m. to go to the gym. There are people that get up at 4 a.m. to go running and do like positive.
And I don't like them.
I'm not one of. But the thing is, I'm also not one of these crazy motherfuckers that goes out until 7, 9 a.m. in the morning just drinking vodka. I've been out with those people. No, it's okay. I'm good. But like straight up. That's insanity. They're like what's so interesting is that they overlap. I remember I came home one time. I was like smashed, and I was in an Uber, and I like the sun was out. You don't feel good when you're drunk and the sun is out. You're like, because then you have to retreat to your bedroom like a vampire, and
then you're like, drinking's supposed to happen at night.
At
what
night,
have I done?
but now it's not classy. Now it's like fucking
trashy.
It's trashy, but it could be trashy, or you own the trashiness. And so like I'm seeing like people like in their Lululemons and their Under Armour at the CrossFit, and I'm like, I'm just like a fucking cretin when it comes to those people, just like this weird shambling mess going down the road. That's more how I would think that I identify, as opposed to like the 4 a.m. exercisers, which I also admire. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to be one of those people that gets up at 4 a.m., but I'm straight